and welcome back to H&R Fam. Today's video is going to be my 25-week to my 28th week pregnancy update. I originally had my 25th to 26th week update because I do bi-weekly. Filmed and everything and ready to go, but unfortunately I got busy and I totally forgot to upload it. I ended up filming other videos and posting them, and I totally forgot that I even had that video filmed for you guys. So today I figured I'd just refilm it, add it all in together from 25 weeks to 28 weeks. I'm currently 28 weeks along today, so that is super exciting. I'm basically at the stage of pregnancy where nothing really is changing. I just have a couple things to update with, and other than that, everything's basically the same. Nothing major. The first one is probably you guys can already tell, but I am struggling with shortness of breath, and it is literally because this baby girl is so high up on my stomach, or in my stomach I should say, that sometimes I'll go to like take a breath and it's almost like she steals it from me. So that I've been struggling with, and trust me, it's very uncomfortable because it literally feels like she's constantly underneath my right side ribs. That is another thing that I've been experiencing the past few weeks, is just constant like pain. It almost feels like my ribs are bruised in a sense on my right side, because she is stuck under there or just being under there constantly, and it literally feels like it's not her feet or anything. I'm pretty sure it's still her head, but again, it's very difficult for me to tell because I do have the anterior placenta, so I'm not exactly sure of her body positioning, but I'm pretty sure it is her head or something. I don't think it's no feet or anything, because it's not like kicks that I'm feeling on my ribs. It is just like something wedged under there and it's not coming out, and I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's her head or something. It definitely does not feel like her feet. So that is one thing, is just her being really high up. It feels like she's crowding my lungs and like my lower half of my stomach, which I will show you guys in the belly shot. I never feel her down there. It feels like she's just constantly along the top of my stomach, like sideways almost, in a sense. So hopefully she flips or moves. It's exactly what it feels like. Again, I don't really feel a whole lot below my belly button. I don't feel anything below my belly button, and which is kind of worrying me. But again, I still have a couple months left, so hopefully she flips. But if not, I guess we'll just have to take the procedures on whatever happens at this point. The safest and easiest way to get her out is what's going to be best. I do have an appointment next week on the 27th, so that will be another update for my next one. But at my last appointment, I got the results from my gestational diabetes test, my glucose testing, and that all came back good, so that's a good sign that I don't have anything to do with the diabetes, because it does run in my family, unfortunately. But that all came back good, so that is super exciting and good news for me. My weight gain is basically right on schedule. I've gained about, I'm gonna say 17 pounds, in between 15 and 18 area. My doctor says I'm gaining perfectly amount of weight. That's right on schedule, so that's good. I tend not to really weigh myself because I don't really care how much I gained. Of course the doctors did weigh you, but at home I don't like to weigh myself, just because, I don't know, I think as me as a person, me seeing that I'm gaining this much weight worries me, that maybe I'm not getting enough exercise. But at this point in my pregnancy, I'm just gonna forget the scale. I'll have a rough idea of how much I've actually gained, and that's good enough for me, because I'm not gonna stress over my weight when I'm growing a human being inside of me. So that is something that I'm not too concerned about. The next thing that I have been experiencing, especially the past couple weeks, and I know it could be a number of things causing it, is leg cramps, specifically in my calves, and they are like so painful. They wake me up, and it's only when I'm sleeping that it happens. I don't get them during the day. I have no feeling or sense of that I'm gonna get a leg cramp, especially in my calves. It is literally in the middle of the night when it's like, hello, wake up, or something. I don't know what it is, but that and the odd one in my foot. And I know there's a number of things that can cause this, and I mentioned it in my breastfeeding video, so if you guys haven't checked that out, I'll try to link it down below. If not, go check it out anyway. It is just if I plan on breastfeeding and that kind of thing. But it could be a magnesium, it could be something to do with calcium, and it could be dehydration. I can't see it being dehydration because I do always make sure I get my water intake for the day. And I'm constantly drinking water during the night. And plus I also read that it could be something to do with electrolytes. So I'm just gonna hold off, and if it still bugs me, I didn't have one for the past 2 days, so maybe whatever it is, it just kind of played its course or whatever, but I am still going to mention it to my doctor next week just to double check and make sure that I'm not having any deficiency in anything. I do take my prenatal vitamins religiously, so hopefully that's not the case, but again, it's something best that if I mention it to him when I do see him. The next thing that I want to talk about that I have been experiencing besides the leg cramps is I'm still breaking out. It's not going away. It's seems like I have a moment of clarity where it's like, yes, it's clearing up, it's perfect, I'm doing good, and then it just breaks out, and it's only along my chin and then a little bit up my cheeks. But again, I want to mention, I don't know how many of you guys have watched my other videos, but mine, I don't even know if it's acne or if it's just a rash. Like, it literally just feels like a rash. Like, it's not pimples, because it's not like protruding out of my face like a pimple does. It's not like a bump. It's just like a itchy, dry skin rash, and I've tried face products and nothing is helping. This up here, unfortunately, is a scratch. I don't even know how I got that. I probably scratched myself in my sleep. I have no idea how I would have got that, but I did. But no, the rest of it is basically like a rash, especially like on my cheek, but it looks like acne. It almost looks like chicken pox, but it's really not, because it's not bumpy. It's just like itchy, and it's irritated, and it feels like dry skin, and I can't, doesn't matter what kind of moisturizer I use, so if you guys have any tips for that, definitely let me know. I do struggle with very sensitive skin, eczema, and all that, so it could be just that. I have no idea. The next thing is constipation, TMI, but it's real, it's a thing, and I've been struggling with it basically all of my pregnancy, and unfortunately, come constipation, super TMI, comes what they know as hemorrhoids, and they really suck. So I know it's common in pregnancy, my doctor's not too worried about it, it's normal, and mine don't last long, mine just go away. TMI, it's weird talking about it, but I want to be real with you guys and not sugarcoat anything, because there are probably women out there that deal with it too, and I want them to know that they're not the only ones, and unfortunately I want to know that I'm not the only one. Hopefully I'm not, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. But it is definitely something that is something I've been dealing with, and more so in the past couple weeks, but like I said, it like lasts a day and then it goes away, so they're nothing too serious or major. The next thing that I deal with is still the odd time is bloody nose. Again, it is totally normal. At first, I thought it would be a high blood pressure situation, but my blood pressure is always normal, if not just under normal, so nothing to worry about. It's always been really good. So I know that's not the case. Unfortunately, we do sleep with a humidifier, which my doctor said, well, you know, if you're getting bloody noses, try using a humidifier. That will probably help. Well, we sleep with a humidifier and it doesn't help. Just sometimes I get a bout of a week where I'm like having a bloody nose in the morning when I wake up. It's just something that I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with, which really sucks. The next thing that I wanted to mention as well is if I'm out walking too long. It is really cold here in Canada. Well, not super cold here where I live, but we definitely have snow. It is winter time coming. We've gotten down into like the minus 15 degrees Celsius area, that kind of thing, and it's only going to get colder, so I'm wearing winter boots. And if I walk too long, and I don't think it matters what shoe I'm wearing, but if I'm walking too long, my feet do tend to swell. I haven't had any swelling in my hands or my face, because I know that's something to be concerned about or worried about, but so far I haven't had any issues with like the swelling in that area. But it's only if I do lots of walking, or I don't like just take a seat for a day. If I'm constantly doing something, that's when my feet do tend to swell. But eventually, like I said, I just take a bit of a rest, they go back to normal. Nothing too major. And I think the last thing I just really want to mention is I wish I could say that I've had back pain, but really this whole pregnancy I haven't had any back pain, but I know it's probably going to hit me hard here going into the last trimester of my pregnancy. But the only thing that bothers me, and it's only when I'm sleeping, is sleeping on my sides. My hips really do start to hurt. I just get uncomfortable, and then I'm waking up because I'm really running on barely any sleep. And those women who I see always tell me, make sure you get all your sleep now, because once the baby comes, you're not going to get any sleep. And I am basically already at the point where I'm just like, well, she might as well just be here, because I'm already on a wake up every 2 hour schedule. She might as well just be here. I might as well just, deal with that situation instead of just waking up every 2 hours and I'm by myself and I got nothing to do besides try to force myself to go back to sleep, and nothing is working. Which always bugs me. Tell me if I'm not the only one. Hopefully I'm not the only one. Where when you're pregnant and you wake up in the middle of the night because you're either uncomfortable or you gotta go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, which really hasn't been too big of an issue. I don't really have to go to the bathroom more than normal, probably because she is so high, and I feel like I don't have her ever on my bladder. She's just always high. And then you look over at your spouse or your boyfriend or your partner, and they're like sound asleep and they're dead asleep and they don't even hear you get up out of bed. They're dead to the world. Does that ever just like frustrate you and just make you want to just like, hey, wake up, be awake with me? Well, trust me, I'm getting to the point where I'm about ready to just start waking Ryan up. Unfortunately, he has to get up early and work in the mornings, so I can't do that. But I swear some nights when I'm up like 3 or 4 times a night every 2 hours, I just want him to be awake with me so I'm not alone, like, so bad. So, yeah, that is basically all that I have to update. Again, like I said, if you guys are experiencing anything like this around the same time as I am, or did experience it, if you are currently just a mama, definitely leave those comments down below and let's start a conversation. I love hearing other people's symptoms and stories about how they dealt with things and those kind of things. And the whole breech situation is interesting to hear. Did it flip last minute, or did you have to get a C-section due to breechness? All that kind of stuff is really interesting. So with that being said, I am going to show you guys my belly bump, and yeah, that will be the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Okay, so here is my 28-week bump date. Unfortunately, I didn't for some reason show my belly bump at like 26 weeks. So here's my 28-week one currently, and here it is from the side. I'm in my pajama shirt, so just ignore it. Again, like I said, there's like nothing down here, like there's no baby. She is like right here, and you can see like right here. She's always sitting right here.